Welcome by Brilliant Providers. Today we are talking the spiral framework. This is the full framework that you're going to utilize when you set up meetings, when you develop, create, lead, expand your dream practice. This is a framework that is going to provide clarity, bring forward your desires, and provide an opportunity for this spiral to start within you with your noticing and then go and grow to those around you. This is where we start with pre leadership, which is leading you, and then expand to leading your team and then leading your entire community. And so, this is a framework that I teach my people right away. Brilliant is the first program where you're going to do with me. This is where we're going to lay out all of the theory, all the lexicon, all of the foundational framework, process, knowledge, information. But this framework that I'm talking about now is what's going to help you go from bored and burned out to truly doing what you love, which is what I help you do. I deeply believe that when we have more providers being the providers they want to be, and when we return to provider centered care, I didn't say patient centered care. When we return to provider centered care, that this is when the healthcare system is going to turn around and look more like the healthcare system that we all dream of and desire. So, the full framework, the full spiral frame. So I will in the comments put a link to the document. I'm going to also show it here if you want a screenshot. All right. So it is awareness, acknowledging, curiosity, desire, clarity, flow, choice, and then action. Okay. So I talk about this as the leadership framework. I pull a couple of these out. I utilize these when I'm doing interviews, when I'm setting up workshop frameworks, when I'm setting up meeting frameworks. But then I also pull this out as aligning your life to your dreams, your desires framework. So I utilize this in different, or go to my website. I will land these on the spiral page. Okay. So if you go to leadersin.healthcare and then you go to the spiral, and then I do the full training on it in Brilliant. Okay. So awareness, noticing one of the top qualities I see in brilliant leaders is being proactive, right? Being proactive instead of reactive. And this awareness piece allows that. So, this is non judgmental awareness. This is information gathering. Take it in. What are people saying? What are they not saying? There's maybe not a fight between two people on your team yet, but maybe instead of sitting comfortably next to each other, they're leaning away now. Noticing those things. This is noticing things within you, your team, your community, but this is the macro also. This is noticing what's happening in politics right now, noticing what's happening in your specialty, noticing the season, noticing the numbers, noticing the trends, noticing, okay? Taking it all in. We're not going to do anything yet. This is simply information gathering. Okay. This is non judgmental, like I said. So you're not taking it in and then making plans with it yet. You're not taking it in and doing anything with it yet. You're taking it in. Huh. Interesting. Okay. And you're just like letting it tumble around in it. Okay. You're just letting it whirl around in there because then these further steps have us doing something with that, but with intention, with our desires, with our goals and our dreams and our where we're headed in mind. This is an applied framework. I don't do a bunch of arbitrary shit. I ain't got time for that. This is a focused framework. Okay. The next one is acknowledging. Sometimes when we notice a pattern, okay. acknowledging that you're noticing that pattern. So we're just taking this in. We're just noticing the thing in awareness, but acknowledging it is, oh, yeah, that is happening. Okay. Yeah, I am seeing that. Yeah, this isn't just me. That wasn't just somebody was sitting a different way. They are sitting apart from each other. There is something going on there. Oh, I do acknowledge that when I do this, that seems to be the outcome. Okay. So that is when we start giving the awarenesses that we've had form is in acknowledge. The next is curiosity. This is a superpower, right? Curiosity. I wonder why. I wonder why not. I wonder if, what about now? I also have a list of the 10 questions for you to be asking you, for you to be asking your team as you go through developing, leading, and expanding your dream practice, making your dream practice inevitable. I'm going to run through these really fast. Again, I do a training on this in Brilliant. So look for that. I wonder, why not? Says who? What if I am better? What if I'm right? What if I didn't care what they thought? If there was a way that I hadn't done it before, how would I do it now? Or that I hadn't seen it done before, how would I do it now? What if I am perfect? What if this is exactly how it should be for me to get where I'm going? What if I am perfect? Like if I am exactly the way that I'm supposed to be for this role, for this relationship, for this job, then what do I do with that? What if it's not that I need to change? What if it's that I need to change my surroundings or the way that I relate to something? And what if it worked out? We worry so much about what if it doesn't work out, but what if it did? Okay, so that's the top 10 questions. And you're going to bring that into curiosity. I wonder how. I wonder why. Okay. If this were perfect, then what? If I didn't care what they thought, if I hadn't seen this done before. Okay. Oh, I wonder if somebody is feeling this way, if this is actually happening. I wonder, allowing yourself then to question, why do I feel that way? Why do I react that way every time that comes up? That's interesting. So it's awareness. My stomach clenches every time we talk about money. Oh, yep, I do that. Huh, I wonder why. Okay. That's getting through those first ones. Then desire leads. Okay. What do I desire that to feel like? Hey, gosh, I would love to release that not in my gut every time I think about. Okay, I would love that to be a more comfortable conversation. Okay, then clarity. What would it take for that conversation to be more comfortable? What could that look like? Okay, if I hadn't seen it done before, what could it look like? And then flow. What do I need to release to get rid of that knot in my stomach time I think about money? So, what money beliefs do I have in here? What money stories do I have in here? What have I been told along the way that I've agreed with that maybe need nurturing within me? That maybe I'm just going to release. Maybe I'm going to say, hey, I see you and you're scared, and this is something new, and we're going to go this way anyway. All right. What do you need to feel? Like emotion, feel. All right. You're going to go through your physical self, your mental self, your emotional self, and your spiritual self. When I say spiritual self, I mean your creative, intuitive self. All right. And you're going to go through those things. That's flow. So you're going to feel it. You're going to cry about it. You're going to throw a tantrum about it. Like, why the hell are we taught this? This is ridiculous. This is not how it actually is. Okay. And then choose. You're going to choose what's next. Okay. This is what I want. This is what it could look like. Yes. Yes. That is what I want. And then you're going to maintain that standard, right? So you're going to choose it, but you're going to commit to it. This is not just like, oh yeah, that sounds nice. This is a choice. Yes, I make this choice. Okay. And then you're going to take the actions toward that. Now, a lot of times this is happening behind the scenes and you're not thinking about it and you're not dealing with it like consciously, but do take this out and make this conscious about a thing and practice it a few times and get this into your system so that we're not reacting about a thing, right? That we can come from a place of awareness and choice, right? And heading the direction that we choose to go. This is going to help keep us on track. This is going to help with boundaries. This is going to help with standards. Instead of just reacting about a sensation or a piece of information or a challenge or a struggle, we can bring that awareness and that intention to it. This is my desire. This is where I'm headed. This is where I'm going. Yes, I'm noticing that I'm a little bit off track. So I'm going to redirect back to here. This is what I want it to feel like. These are the choices I'm going to make, and these are the actions that I'm going to take to bring that into being. This is going to help streamline in the long run. So, this is setting up this framework on top of which you can flow and grow. Okay. We'll see you soon.